Arnould Narzain of Paris helped us learn about the tree called Sorbus Domestica and how it can help both cider and wine, and how the wood was as hard as rock and at one time was used to make the screws for both wine, cider, and olive presses. In this episode, 220, we continue our conversation with Arnould and discuss some of its finer attributes that this tree has to offer in the world of pharmacology and beauty. Hello and welcome to Cider Chat. This is a weekly podcast where we speak with makers, cider enthusiasts, and folks within the cider trade from around the world. My name is Rhea Windcaller, and I am both the producer and cider MC of this here podcast. And this week, like every week, is yet another doozy as we continue our conversation with Arnould Narzain of Paris. There's going to be more on that coming right up. This here episode 220 is going live the week of 420. That has to be luck, right? That has to be just like kind of like a lucky time. Makes it a little bit more special than other times. I'm going to hold on to that because this is all about holding as much luck as possible as we are kind of in the process of grieving worldwide quarantine and trying to figure out what next. And I have some thoughts on that and would like to share them with you because why not? You are important to me, and certainly I'm trying to figure this out just like all of us, and I had a little epiphany for myself for what it's worth, and so I am going to share that with you on the tail end of this here episode and the conversation with Arnould. So if you want to hang out for that, you could go to the very end. In fact, the clip this week with Arnould is a little bit shorter because I was going to save this for patrons only of Cider Chat, and I thought, gosh, it got just so much coverage and people were really digging the Sorbus thing. And I heard from Colleen O'Sullivan in London. She just found some Sorb trees in London, which was really cool. She's, of course, a tree officer there, and they're part of Duck Chicken Cider with her husband, James Mann. These two little upstarts in London making lots of trouble. But she got stoked to do it, and now she's a tree detective, so that's her new title. Besides being a tree officer, she's now a tree detective. And I've just been hearing from people all around who have really dug the Sorb scene like me, too. So we're gonna go into it. I'm going to post something else to the patron group this week. Just waiting for a little bit of permission from the recorder or the person I recorded for that. And then they'll be getting a special piece there because patrons who support this podcast, I couldn't do it without you. I just want to say that. And you who are out there listening right now, if you tip your bartender or tipping people coming and giving you, your little cider to go or your meals that are being delivered or whatever, you might want to also think about tipping your podcaster. It helps a lot. It really does. I'll leave it at that. You can find the donate button at ciderchat.com. And let's see. So there's more stuff I want to talk about. I'm going to take another little breather. I'll come back with that. Get through some of these little logistical things I want to tell you, and then it's going to be Sorb time.
Walking through the orchards, dancing in the streets, smelling all the blossoms, kicking up our feet.
A little bit before Labor Day weekend and Labor Day weekend itself, I am leading a tour to England. Do you like how I say that like really definitively? I am leading a tour. I'm not saying maybe I am. Oh, if only I could. I'm dreaming someday to do that. If I had the time, the money, the chutzpah, I would do it. No, I am saying I am leading a tour. That's the way I'm going with it, because you got to believe, you got to like name it, you got to hold it, embrace it, and just puff it out to the world and say, yeah, I'm leading a tour. That is what I believe on that beautiful time of the year September 1st through the 6th, to England so that we could visit some amazing cider makers. There's a whole list of them at the Totally Cider page at ciderchat.com. You could check them out. Go to the Raw Cider Fest. Drink a lot of dry cider made in that only way that the English makers can do it, which makes them so damn unique. And their terroir is just, it's like biting into a big hunk of cheese with walls and grommet and kicking back some cider and perry and going, hoo-ah. I'm so glad I am alive. Yeah, cider tour going to England. I have it posted. Some people, as of last week, did get a hold of me, kind of like through like the social media sphere, and kind of let me know. We're just waiting to see what's going on. So I'm waiting to see too. In fact, we're all waiting to see. And, if there's a little window of time, I want to go running out into the world while I can, because we might have to like shutter in place again. I'm not asking for that. It just might be. See, I say that might be versus I'm saying I am leading a tour. That's the difference there. You got to like note that. Anyways, I'm convincing to myself, aren't I? And I hope I'm convincing to you. So if you're thinking about, I really would like to like get out, and I've always wanted to go to England and check out their ciders and not have to worry about driving and cruise around the hillsides and these beautiful hedgerows and have some cheese and amazing farm to table food. This is a trip. But just let me know. I'd so appreciate that. Any way you can. I love it. And I know that the English cider makers who are really hoping to see all you folks coming with me too, they'd love to hear that too, because, we all need some good news right now. So let's bring it there, right? Let's bring it there. Let's bring that cider back to the U.S. or wherever you're going to go and drink up. Oh, yeah, I'm just thirsty for some of that good perry right now from those fine makers there. Okay, little break. Be right back. I have to tell you the truth, I wasn't going to do an episode this week. I said out loud at home, I said, you know what? I think I need a little break from Cider Chat. I got a whole bunch of stuff on my to-do list, and I'm just not going there. And I just kind of got the look like, yeah, sure, right. You're not gonna do that. And that look was right that I got from my beloved. And here I am because, there's just stuff to talk about and things to share. And one cool thing to know is that the Cider Chat swag store at TeePublic is on sale as of today, 35% off. Whether you want Cider Chat swag or any other kind of t-shirt swag, is 35% off, which is a banger of a deal. And all you need to do is just Google Cider Chat TeePublic. It'll bring you right there. And you're going to see some new designs. There's one for Sorbus Domestica. There's actually two new designs for Sorbus Domestica and some other nice designs like Keep Calm, Drink Cider designs. Just beautiful, beautiful designs, I think. Well, I am the designer, so what can I say? And, this is a time of year, like in just a couple of weeks or so, you're going to see like Mother's Day and Father's Day, those kind of like Hallmark events. And maybe mama or papa or grandma or grandpa or brother or sister or a good friend, they might like something coming through the mail. So check it out, Cider Chat swag store at TeePublic. And 35% off. This is a very limited time between today, which is the 22nd, this episode's going live, and April 24th. And the next sale, I'll let you know that, but it might not be for a while. And I don't want you to lose it. Actually, I think the following week it's 30% off. So 5% extra now. That's pretty good. All right. When I come back, we're going to go to our part 2 with Arnould Narzain of Paris on Sorbus Domestica. I suspect, like me, that once you heard part 1 of this here conversation with Arnould Narzain of Paris, France, in episode 219, that you, like me, became hooked on finding out more about Sorbus domestica. This mighty tree that is often mistaken as an oak has provided hard as rock wood for mechanical devices from the industrial era of the Middle Ages to modern-day musical instruments. The fruit of this tree, which can be in the shape of an apple or a pear, talk about a crossover tree, provides tannins and, evidently, curative elements for cider and wine. In fact, some use it as a substitute for sulfites. Find out more about that conversation by going to episode 219 at ciderchat.com. And so we're going to go in a little bit further with an extended conversation from that initial recording done in February of 2020 at the Cider Expo held in Caen in Normandy, France, to provide you with a little bit more of a taste of this amazing tree and its attributes that bring us beyond the world of cider and into life. I mean, what else can the Sorb do? And I suspect, more importantly, can you get one and plant it today? I know that people do try to find the trees like buying online in America. I know that there's talk, and I don't think anybody is selling Sorbus domestica online. Do you know a resource at all?
No, but you have enough seeds and you know the procedure now.
So we know the procedure.
Maybe, I don't know, there is a young guy there in Sonoma County who is named Spencer Woodard. And he's on Instagram, Species Plantarum, like the name of Linné's work, okay, Species Plantarum. He fell in love with those trees. He's 35, I think. Yes. So I'm 57. I have my life behind, but he has he has still a lot to do. He fell in love with this, also with other trees. Great. And he wrote in Instagram that he will try to grow many hundreds this year.
Well, that's exciting.
So you could sell. It's a pity. You could sell the. I'm sure that because there are maybe 12 trees in Goldridge Farm. There are maybe 12 trees, 10, 12. I don't know, 8, 10, 12. So there are. I throw the seeds.
There's probably more trees that we just don't know about.
In California, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm sure there is. Just like so many people
are
discovering apples.
Far away, because you have birds eating the Sorbs and then going far away. Yeah. And maybe
a couple of those regions.
So I think, but not everywhere in America. Not everywhere in America. Only where Sorbs were planted.
I wonder if there's like a botanical garden somewhere that might have a Sorbus domestica tree.
There is an Arnould Botanical Garden. There is one.
Massachusetts.
I think there is one. There is one, at least one. I found out on their.
I'm going to hunt that down because I live there.
Okay. So you will find it. You have a map and you have exactly the where it is located.
So the Arboretum.
And then in George Washington had a property, Mount something.
Monticello. No, that's
okay.
I know. My brain's going blank. That was
he lived in a property.
Mm.
He lived in a property, Washington, George Washington.
He cut down the cherry tree, but he kept the Sorbus.
No, he was interested by fruit trees.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. And I found a letter, which is public domain now, from the maintainer of his property to a French guy, 1917, during the war, who says that there is the Sorbus domestica planted by George Washington is very old and not healthy, but still living.
Okay, well, you
have
that
some.
That must have been 17.
1917. 1917.
Not 1917.
No, the letter was from 1917. Huh? But George Washington planted.
I see. Years before.
Because
in the 17.
he came to France and was interested by fruit trees. I know this. So he went back with small fruit trees, and one of them was a Sorbus Domestica. So I don't think that it's still there. No? And I was very sad. You remember that Trump and Macron planted a tree at the beginning when Macron was elected and Trump 2 years ago, I think. Yeah. They planted a tree together on the property of George Washington. You don't remember this? You'll find it in YouTube.
Follow up on it.
Yeah. And it was an oak tree and not a Sorbus Domestica.
That would have been powerful if it was. That would have just.
I was so sad, sad.
Yeah.
And then the video says that once it was planted that oak tree, it had to be removed, put into quarantine for so and so much week, to see if it's it's an illness. It was
invasive.
It was a tree offered by France to the United States, and then replanted after quarantine.
Oh my goodness. Well, there you go. Times have changed.
But maybe there is a Sorbus Domestica.
There could be. I mean, or if it was there, and like you said, the birds took it, and
maybe.
Possibly, people just have to be able to identify it. So they're looking for something that looks like an oak tree, but has a little tiny, like almost pear-shaped.
Pear or apple-shaped, tiny.
Could be any kind of color, and they're green in late summer, and then they.
If you look hashtag Sorbus Domestica on Instagram,
you should follow hashtag Sorbus Domestica.
It's the best. It's the best way to look at fruits and trees today. In fact, this tree has different names in different languages. That's a proof that it was very important to people. I remember when I was young, irregular verbs are the verbs which are the most used. That's why they are irregular. Okay, irregular names of things in the different languages. It's because they were very important to people. So in Turkey, in Greece, in Spain, in France, in Czechoslovakia, they all have different names. I found out all these names and I looked for them in Instagram, the hashtag different names, the Turkish name, the Spanish name, etc. And when I started to look at this, there were 200 pictures under Sorbus Domestica, and now there are 800. And I think because I asked people to add the hashtag Sorbus Domestica. I think 600 pictures are there under Sorbus Domestica because I asked people. I
see you doing that. Thank you. You're amazing. You're really amazing.
I don't like to repost. I could take the picture and repost.
I know,
but I don't.
You're trying
like
to educate people.
No? If after 3 or 4 times I have no answer, I will begin to download and repost.
Good.
I will do it.
You have been warned, everyone. Get your Sorbus Domestica hashtag out there so that we could track this down and help pioneers like yourself, or the popes of Sorbus Domestica.
And if you want to look at shapes and colors of fruits, it's really the best resource to look at this. 800 pictures today. 800 pictures. Also of big trees, of course. But it's difficult to see on a picture that it's a big tree.
Just a tree. You do a good job at describing. So
it's easier on videos, and there are some videos. I will also. I must begin a blog. I also don't like Facebook because Google doesn't think anything in Facebook.
It doesn't follow it that way.
Because Zuckerberg doesn't want that Google comes and looks into the Facebook world.
I know,
And also Instagram. So Google doesn't find anything in Facebook, and that bothers me. Bothers me. So
it stops right there.
So a blog is the best thing.
It's the only way you can do that.
I'm quite sad that Darlene doesn't write in her blog anymore. Huh? Quite sad.
Yeah.
But she has a lot to do, I think. Huh?
Yes, no,
She's well known now, and she has lots of inquiries, I think. Huh?
I guess so. Yeah.
So, you know now why I never stopped to look at this. Huh? Because there is not only the past and the present, there is also something to do in the future. Huh? And in the near future, a young lady who is a cider manufacturer who was there yesterday will bring something out, which will be a mix between okay, she will not listen at your thing until I tell to her. So I can tell you a mix between Sorbs and apple. Okay, because she had not enough Sorbs to do 100% Sorb juice. No? So this will be interesting. And Cider de Vulcain, whom you met.
We're going to be watching Jacques
Perita. He didn't know until
you just told him
2 hours ago that he has a path with big Sorbus Domesticas 30 kilometers away from where he lives. So he does already do, so Eric Bordelais does 100% mix of apple or pear or Sorbs. We have Andrea Schneider in Germany who does 100% one apple, Gravenstein or I don't know, one apple, one pear, okay, which is also interesting. And now we have Jacques Peritas, the third of the big ones, who already did a mix between apple, pear and quince, and whom will do, I hope, a mix between apple, pear, quince and Sorbs.
Yeah, sounds beautiful. And this woman, do we know her name?
No, I won't tell you because.
You don't want to tell me. You're going to introduce me.
No, she's not here anymore today. Okay. She took a booth with a colleague and she's away, and the colleague is, and another one is on the same booth.
Okay.
But as soon as the product is ready, it's not ready. It's in the fermentation.
It's in process.
Process still. No?
That's exciting.
So as soon as it's as maybe next summer, when it's finished, and I will send you a message about this new product. There are just into the future. There are other things to do. Sorbus Domestica were used in the past as a pharmacy. If you had diarrhea, if they ate also green Sorbus Domestica, also because of the tannins and sorbic acid, I think they could heal. Okay, from and diarrhea was a real problem in the past. Hygiene was not like today.
Good,
and I found out also in the 19th century a botanist who writes that in some regions women take Sorbus Domestica unripe to heal damages of the time. Okay?
Damages of the time?
So wrinkles.
Wrinkles.
Yeah. I think there may be applications when there will be enough Sorbus Domestica
in lotions or something like that.
Yeah, there will be.
Topical.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We have here a French company who does lots of things with grape. Okay, lots of anti-aging and things like this.
It's like the new cannabis. I have to say, it's like the heal-all type of.
They are in Paris. She's only 40. The woman who started this with her man. I gave her last September a small bag of Sorbus Domestica, asking her to look at them. Okay, I did not ask her until now if she did it, but I will try. I think there is. There could be possibilities in the cosmetic industry. And I'm very happy because in the cosmetic industry there is even more money as in the alcohol industry.
That's true. Yeah.
If you look at all the money the young girls can put into
Do for our own vanity. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So why not? Huh?
Why not? Yeah.
So this is a project for the future. Huh?
Absolutely. Wow.
Right now. So you know not everything, but nearly everything.
This is lovely. Thank you
Okay.
so much. I really appreciate your passion and to be able to sit across and just hear you talking. And now you have a little bit of a tip on where you might be able to catch your own Sorbus Domestica tree too. I'll put a link in the show notes to that Instagram feed for Spencer out there in California. A really beautiful feed too to follow. Highly recommend it. And when we come back, I'm going to be sharing with you how I am seeing this current state of affairs worldwide and how I'm pulling it together and staying steady on. Isn't it interesting how music could just kind of bring you right to that place? It just like hits you straight down in the chest. It reminds you of that vastness in front of us and a lot of the madness. And it's all about staying steady on, and I've been kind of toying with this idea, like, what do I do here? Where do I go? You know, what am I supposed to be doing? How do I grieve? Am I in denial? Am I in acceptance? Where am I on the scale? And does that scale freaking even matter? Truth be told, sleep don't come easy for me lately. You know, my mind is like, it's rolling. We're all like a witness to this amazing clusterfuck, which was ignited by COVID. Yeah. 1 part C19 and 2 parts human. We're not perfect. We get in our own way. We have these foibles. But I can't blame Aesop for sticking that into our brain. It's us. We muck things up. When I step back and pause and take a look around, I can smile. I can smile instead of frown. Our foibles, our flaws, are magnificent. It is a part of who we are. But there's something missing on our road. There is something missing that's got to go up. It's a road sign that says, accept your species.
I'm scared, Rhea.
Accept your species, Rhea. Very interesting. Could you say more?
It's okay, Menlars. Let her do her thing.
I got this concept in my head, and it's about accept your species, okay? You know? I mean, you do. You're Pommes. You get it. You're like in it. You might want to have your particular favorite tree in the orchard, you know, over other ones. But for the most part, you know, you're accepting of who you are. That's the best part of who you are. And with the humans, I feel like we don't necessarily just accept who we are. We're fighting, we're pushing, we're making it difficult. And
It doesn't have to be.
exactly, Mr. Quince, it doesn't have to be. And it pains me. It breaks my heart to see it. But when I step back and I realize that that's both the biggest folly of being human, and at the same time, it's the best part of who we are. It gives me some levity. And I want to have that conversation about just accepting. It's a gift, you know, accept where we are right now and move forward. And keep that as your clarity. When you're seeing all like the madness out in the world and the conversations that just drive you crazy and people doing stupid shit.
Oh, yes, I see quite a bit of that, Rhea.
Right, Perry, you do.
Me too, Rhea.
Yeah, humans, we are getting in our way. And I think I need to just step back in order to stay steady on and just accept it. I want to accept my species and encourage others to do that too.
And that is why you put on that new t-shirt on the Cider Chat swag store for TeePublic?
Yeah, I did. Mainly because I wanted that t-shirt. So I thought, why don't I just put it up on the swag store so other people could see it too? Maybe it's just something to kind of like have the conversation. It's a little provocative, but it means something to me. And I'm not fully sure what, but it just means to be here with people and in the presence and be accepting of it. And also, at the same time, having enough
Courage.
yes, Mr. Quince, courage to step back.
You got it, Rhea.
Thanks, Pommes. This was a hard thing for me to talk about, but it's important to me, and it's something that I'm pondering on right now, is how I am with my acceptance. So I could kind of get through the fog like a cloudy cider, right? Tastes so good, but it's got to open up a little bit. It's got to have some clarity there to really bring out the fruit.
We're with you, Rhea.
Thank you, Mr. Quince.
Indeed I am too, Rhea, and I'd like to say,
Perry Bear.
right, good job.
All right, well, hit the outro, Mr. Quince, and we'll take it out of here.
Roger that.
1, 2, 3, go.
This is Rhea Windcaller, signing off for now. Looking forward to seeing all of you out there in Ciderville.
We like cider, we like palms, we love orchards and having fun. There is a reason why we do it like this. Oh yes there is. There is a reason why we do it like this. Oh yes there is. There is a reason why we drink it like this. Oh yes there is a reason. We like walking through the orchards, dancing in the streets, smelling all the blossoms, kicking up our feet. We like cider, we like palms, we like orchards, having some fun. There is a reason why we do it like this. Oh yes there is. There is a reason why we do it like this. Oh yes there is. There is a reason why we drink it like this. Oh yes there is. There is a reason. We like walking through the orchards, dancing in the streets, smelling all the blossoms, kicking up our feet. Oh yeah. We like cider. Oh yes we do. We like palms. Oh yes we do. We love orchards, having some fun. There is a reason. There is a reason why we do it like this. Ba-da-da-dum. There is a reason why we do it like this. Ba-da-da-dum. There is a reason why we drink it like this. Ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-da-dum. We like walking down the orchards, dancing in the streets, smelling all the blossoms, kicking up our feet. Oh yeah. We like cider. Ba-da-da-dum. We like palms. Oh yes we do. We like orchards, having some fun.
Yeehaw!